everybody, there's a table to my right, to your left, right here by the side of the stage. They're waving their arms right now. We have a sign-up sheet. There will be a ballot initiative in 2016 to legalize marijuana in the state of Michigan. We need all of your help. We need people to sign up, volunteer, get active, get involved any way you can. Please make your way over there and sign up. Second announcement, SSDP, Students for Sensible Drug Policy, are going around with buckets. This is a bucket drive. If you have $1 in your pocket, a 5 or a 10, please donate to NORML so we can keep this hash bash going every year. In order to change the law, we have to challenge the law. And that's what we do here every first Saturday of April for 43 years, and we're going to continue to do so until the law is changed. Our next speaker is from Student Advocates for Medical and Recreational Cannabis at CMU. He passed a resolution. He was integral in passing a resolution on campus to lower marijuana penalties. Give it up for Ian Elliott.
Hey, Ann Arbor. Yeah, this is cool. This is actually my first hash bash, so this is a good introduction. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the resolution that we passed at CMU. Again, my name is Ian Elliott. I'm the president and founder of Student Advocates for Medical and Recreational Cannabis. But first, I'd like to, I have a very unique opportunity to be able to tell all of you kind of how our generation is looking at this issue. College students have a very unique perspective. We're part of that social media generation. We're the millennials. We see things a little differently, and I've got some very good news to tell you about how our students are looking at this issue. First, I'd like to talk to you about why college students should get involved, why you should get college students involved in your petition signings and in your movement, in your advocacy. Because college students believe in a few things. One of those things that college students believe in is that marijuana is not just recreational. Marijuana is not just medicinal. See, we see this in a lot bigger perspective because it's a preventative medicine. It's something that can be incorporated into a healthy lifestyle. It's something that can be used to cure and treat disease. It's something that makes us feel good. It's a safe alternative to alcohol. And as long as those things are true, it's not about recreational, it's not about medical, it's about something that just makes sense. Legalizing marijuana just makes sense. Another thing that really bothers students, we're really big into our rights. We're very social aware, and one thing that really bothers students our age that we talk to is that as long as children are being taken away from their parents because they're medical users, or children being taken away because the child is using medical marijuana, as long as people are being put in jail over marijuana, over alcohol, as long as we don't have that choice, as long as people are deprived from a medicine that agencies and government knows is going to help them, as long as there's not access to that automatically, we're not talking about a recreational, we're not talking about a medical issue, we're talking about a human rights issue. And that's what this needs to become, because see, the thing is, marijuana users have been treated as second-class citizens for a long time. And there's medical and recreational validity to using it, to legalizing.
It's a drone. There's a drone up there.
I just want to point out the drone that's hovering above all of us. Just briefly, it's a friendly drone, apparently, according to...
I guarantee you tomorrow you will see the hash bash all over YouTube from that thing. Okay? Don't you ever forget that this is the University of Michigan, where some of the most brilliant minds have come out to destroy this country. Well, some of them are techies and they bring drones to events like this. So, sorry to interrupt you, but everyone should wave and show them your bag of weed.
Yeah, wave like this. Yeah.
What was that something? Well, hey, so like I was saying, I hope the drone heard me. Marijuana users have been treated as second-class citizens for a long time. This has become a human rights issue and it's got to stop. And it's time, I think it's really important that we put some time into legalization. 2016, that's a great thing to do, and let's do it.
All right, thank you, Ian Elliott. Thank you. Well, our friend Matthew Abel joined us. He decided to come to Hash Bash today. Matt Abel is the head of Michigan NORML. He heads up the Cannabis Council in Detroit. Their law firm deals exclusively with cannabis issues. He also serves on the board of Michigan Hemp. He's a good friend of mine. Please welcome Mr. Matthew Abel.
Thank you, Sharpie. Hello, everybody. Happy Hash Bash! My name is Matt Abel. I'm the director of Michigan NORML. If you're not a member of Michigan NORML, you should be. We are going to legalize marijuana. It is clear that the train is rolling and there is no stopping it. The light at the end of the tunnel is green, ladies and gentlemen. The light at the end of the tunnel is green and we got to go. And the thing is, this thing is not going to legalize itself. We are almost at the tipping point, but we need to push it over the tipping point. And that's up to us. Because we cared enough to show up today to protest the laws and to say we're going to change them. And we need to do that through the legislative process or the initiative process. Either one. It's been 5 years since we've had the Michigan medical marijuana law, and you've seen what the courts and the legislature have done to beat it up. And people are suffering all over. And we thought that the medical marijuana law would be enough to get the patients, the sick and dying off the battlefield. But the government didn't see it that way. And so it's clear we're going to have to take it to the next step. And the next step is legalization. That's the only way to protect patients, and that's the only way for us to have our individual freedoms. When I showed up here today and I came walking onto the Diag after I passed all the cigarette smokers out there on State Street, and I got up here closer, they began to smell. I said, what's that? That's the smell of freedom! Right on. So we need to keep this going. We need to work. This is an election year, everybody. Every member of the state house is up for re-election. Every member of the state senate is up for re-election. You need to find out who your state rep is and who your state senator is. And Monday morning, call your state senator and tell them we need to move the provisioning center bill and the extracts bill and get them signed by the governor. And then we can move on. And we can move on to the decriminalization bill that Representative Irwin introduced, and we can move on to legalize hemp in this country, and we can move on to legalize the recreational use of marijuana for consenting adults. Isn't it about time for that? All right, so thank you very much, Mark, Sharmy, and the organizers of the Hash Bash, and thank all of you for showing up. And to the drones for recording it, and for the sunshine. Peace out, everybody. Happy Hash Bash! The sweet smell of victory. We're so close, everybody. We're so close. And here's, right now it's my pleasure to introduce probably one of the most devoted and fierce drug war warriors I've ever met. Over the last 4 years, I am proud to call this guy my friend. This is the man, the myth, the legend, Ann Arbor's own. Without this man, medical marijuana would have taken a lot longer in this city. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Chuck Ream.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the cannabis capital of the Midwest. We're going to stay that way. This is the 10th anniversary of when I first spoke at Hash Bash. I left my teaching job in kindergarten 10 years ago to run the Ann Arbor Medical Marijuana Charter Amendment, which won with 3 out of every 4 voters. I feel that cannabis saved my life in 1968 when I was struggling with huge stomach pain. Within a highly disciplined life, I have smoked cannabis every day for 47 years, and if there was something wrong with it, I would have noticed. You have seen progress in the 10 years since I started working on this. I am proud to work with Tim and Justin and Ben and all our heroic local leaders affiliated with the Safer Michigan Coalition, which I am executive director. Our movement is growing fast. Our truth will triumph. We will win. Cannabis is good for health, good for wealth, good for the USA, and good for planet Earth. We know that cannabis prohibition has nothing to do with cannabis. It is about building up the police state. Drug war is a successful but brutally anti-American system of social control, not drug control, obviously. And the prison industry is bigger than the auto industry. Drug war did not fail. It succeeded so well at building a police state that the fascists can drop it now, since the new excuse of terrorism seems to allow them to do anything they want. Consciousness. Consciousness is the great human rights struggle of our time. Without freedom of consciousness, no other freedom has any meaning, does it? No. Reefer madness has crashed and it's burning. Cannabis enlightenment is slipping through the fog. We must keep our behavior excellent and our advocacy constant. Each one of us must take responsibility for converting one individual. Find one person and change their mind, make a project of it. Be bold and public about your beliefs. Now that most Americans think cannabis should be legal, never forget how brutally our people are still being treated. Marijuana prisoners must immediately be freed from jail. All jails, everywhere. And all criminal records must immediately be wiped clean. And the USA must never again consider the idea that a plant could be illegal in the land of the free, let alone the most beautiful, useful, healing, teaching, spiritual plant of them all. This is it. Those who continue to hurt Americans' lives over cannabis have no further moral defense. Most Americans want cannabis prohibition finished. The jig is up. The dark time is over. Cannabis prohibition must fall fast, like the Berlin Wall. In the Nuremberg trials after World War II, firmly established that following orders is no excuse for moral evil. Right on. Anyone who arrests or incarcerates a cannabis lover had better hope that there is no such thing as karma. Better hope there is no God who sits in judgment, since they would be likely to be reincarnated as a maggot or burned forever in hell. Yes, I am angry that my fundamental American rights have been destroyed by a big lie about a plant. The Safer Michigan Coalition knows that the best defense is a good offense. This year we will give the patriotic voters of more than a dozen Michigan cities a voice, a chance to vote on a marijuana law reform proposal. And these voters will pound another dozen big nails into the coffin of cannabis prohibition. I beg for your help. We will win every one of our contests in 2014. And we will go on to legalization in 2016. But only if we have money. Only if we have money. Please come to our fundraiser for all 2014 campaigns at Dominic's, right back here at Dominic's, June 5th. June 5th. Please come. Please write a check to the Safer Michigan Coalition. Please help. June 5th. Fundraiser. We are going to win them all. Thank you.